strong barriers in place to stop them taking more than that again.
Question number 8, Honourable Clayton Cosgrove.
Mr Speaker, my question is to the Minister of State-Owned Enterprises and asks, what contingency plans, if any, does the government have in place regarding its asset sales program should the Tiwai Point aluminium smelter reduce production?
Honourable Tony Ryle.
Mr Speaker, the government contingency is that the minority share sale is and always has been subject to market conditions. The New Zealand electricity market is well experienced in factoring in production fluctuations at Tiwai. For example, aluminium production was cut by 10% in 2008 and the market adapted to that. The government share offer program aims to raise between $5 and $7 billion to help control debt and invest in important social infrastructure in the future, like schools and hospitals.
Supplementary question, Honourable Clayton.
To the Minister, what effect would he expect a reduction in national electricity demand by 14 to 15% to have on the value of state-owned electricity generators?
Honourable Tony Ryle.
Well, Mr Speaker, of course, that is hypothetical, but what I would say is that our electricity markets in New Zealand are able to price in uncertainty. I think the current situation with respect to negotiations at the smelter is well known by the electricity market and certainly has been priced into the publicly listed electricity companies already on the New Zealand share market. The member can be assured that any offer document for any of the government share offers will disclose the risks and issues that potential investors need to consider before participating in any such offer.
Supplementary question, Honourable Clayton Cosgrove.
By acknowledging the issues with Tiwai Point and its potential effect on the electricity industry, is he admitting that an uncertainty discount will be priced into the shares by purchasers and that the government will be accepting a lower price for the power companies than they otherwise would if they maintain their current asset sale schedule?
Honourable Tony Ryle.
No, I'm not saying that. I would have thought the company most affected by the uncertainty is Contact Energy, and their share price has gone up.
Supplementary question, Honourable Clayton Cosgrove.
Was the Chief Executive of Contact Energy wrong when he said that, quote, electricity demand is weak, unquote? Was Statistics New Zealand wrong when they said this morning that the input price of electricity for producers declined 5% in the past year? Is the New Zealand electricity futures market wrong in showing that wholesale electricity prices will increase below inflation through 2015? And are PwC wrong when they say that electricity, quote, demand growth is stalling, generation development programs are being delayed or put on hold, unquote? And if these entities and people are in fact correct, why is he selling state-owned power companies when electricity supply is high and demand is low?
Honourable Tony Ryle.
Well, Mr Speaker, all those matters are factored into the price that the government will get. But the fact is, our nation's debt is growing significantly as the government has sought to take the sharp edges off the recession and protect New Zealanders from some of the significant cuts that we've seen elsewhere. By selling these assets, a minority stake, and freeing up cash, we continue to invest in our growing economy in important social infrastructure like schools and hospitals. I must say it's very odd that that member opposite is advocating for higher power prices.
Question number 9, Kevin Haig.
Thank you, Mr Speaker.